Hi all, welcome back to more Unconditional Surrender. This is training scenario 4 and this is my part 20. Part 20, eh? I can really drag things out, can't I? It's just a training scenario, Grant. It's got Poland, Denmark, Norway, France. That's all you need to do. 20 parts, and most of them are an hour-ish. In fact, quite a few of them were an hour and a bit long, so 20 hours, maybe 24 hours, a whole day, and well, we're not finished yet. Yeah, I think that's why you get the initial flood of videos at first, and then it all dies down a bit because people say, "Oh, I can't be bothered watching all this." But I know some of you diehards out there quite well get something out anyway, because I do get some positive comments, so thanks for that. It's just me sitting playing my game, but talking a bit and overthinking it most of the time, and etc. etc. So I had to double check where we are. We are just about to move into July, so quite a fun time to move into. Because July, August, September, they're all fair weather. In fact, while I've got the camera there, I will just move these like that, because every month from July to September, you can roll a dice if you like, but on a 1 to 6 it's going to be fair. So you can try your hardest, but you're still going to get a fair result. And then Grant's decided to put them all poor. Whoops. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to be smart, Grant. Right, so it's all fair throughout. So 2 or 3 little comments. The latest one just got from Martin there. Me talking, this is back part 11 or part 9 or somewhere back there. And it's me talking about the French sort of suggesting they're not at war with Germany, whereas Germany's declared war on them. And I think what confuses me about all this is, and I replied to Martin with this, is that this Nazi-Soviet pact still in play. And it states that the Western factions cannot declare war on anybody. And but if Germany are at war with France, then yeah, when Germany declare war, they declare it on the faction. And these are active factions. The French and the UK are active factions, right? I think it's just. I mean, I know what happened in the war to some extent. You know, I'll come to other bits of that in a minute. You know, I'm not any great. You know, I've not got the greatest knowledge of it and whatever, but I kind of know what went on a little bit. So I'm not. But it looks like I'm coming across with some daft things and thoughts, and it's just because the way the game works them. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I mean, a Nazi-Soviet pact, okay, means to me that the Soviets and Nazis and Germans have got they've got a alliance, if you like. They've got a deal going that they can't attack each other and whatever. I mean, the Germans are going to break that when they go invading the East. You know, I know that happened. I know what happened and that. But because that Nazi-Soviet pact's in place, it means that none of the Western factions can declare war. I mean, who are they going to declare war on, I suppose? You know, I mean, well, I don't know. There probably was thoughts about, before Italy actually joined the war, wasn't there thoughts about the Western faction maybe attacking Italy? But maybe there wasn't. But I mean, that's a possibility. Maybe because you know Italy did join the war, that maybe that's why I'm thinking that way. But they're not allowed to do that because of that pact. I mean, I'm not quite sure I fully understand that, but then the Western faction are supposed to have some alliance going with the Soviets, aren't they? Because they are part of the alliance, if you like, yeah. So I maybe just don't understand all that fully and whatever. But yeah, it does seem to be at that point that I was making some daft statements about the French not. I wasn't sure that the French could go into Germany though. I mean, did I know they were at war? Yes, but did I think that it was just Germany at the war were at France and France weren't at war with Germany? Well, I don't I don't know. That sounds daft, doesn't it? Yeah, nodding your head. Yeah, there's maybe just some bits of it I don't fully grasp, but anyway, okay. So I think I get there in the end. I think I get there in the end. Couple other things, yeah. The designer commented, this is back quite a bit ago, part 9, I think this one was, and it was when I was trying to work out about where I was putting the pro-axis marker for when Bessarabia got ceded to the Soviets, although I changed that, I redid that because I realised that was beneficial to the Germans, and it was, I was thinking the Germans were doing it, but it should have actually been the Soviets doing it, and I don't think they would have put it there, because then that gets placed there when they put it there. But yeah, I think I initially, not really sure what's going on again, how this is working, and I did not place it up here or something, in the Bessarabia area. And I think I later realised that it's not, it is going to be placed in Romania, and we cannot take any part of that, but we could have Romania on our side, for the Axis side of it. But anyway, he was straightening it out there and telling what's what. But I think I get there with that one as well. Couple other things. Comment from Bill when I was up here with, it was the 6th Army, which is way down there. Actually, I think that's where he's moved to. Where I decided to try and move it across the strait, knowing it was going to cost me an extra 2 movement points to go into there. So that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, ended down. That's the move I made. I went down there for 6. It wasn't a big deal. However, if I moved down there for 6, yeah, I still would have got one attack. But like you rightly pointed out to me, I could have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by just backing up 1 hex. So I noticed I've done that 2 or 3 times, made some daft move that the one up here as well was silly, and then also got pointed out to me that was a canal and not and yeah, Martin also pointed out to me about the not being in a zone of control because it's a water edge. So yeah, I will need to watch for some of them though. Yeah, and then I done a couple of comments from, I'm not sure if I know your name or not. I think his name, does he do YouTube stuff as well, maybe? The old gamer. Anyway, I don't know, maybe I should know a name for that. I know you've commented a lot and followed a lot of my videos, so apologies if I should know your name, but some people don't like to have their name out there as well, so that's fine. So he made some, he's saying he was just catching up and that's good, that he's been enjoying the stuff, which is great. And he was just querying a couple of things. First of all, as I was talking, well, I've actually done it now, but in the part he was watching was only a couple of parts ago. I think it was maybe 15 or 16. And he was talking about, you were talking about British and French units joining up to attack a German unit. And I didn't think there was an issue with that, but when he said it, it got me thinking. But I'm sure I've watched plenty of other video footage where the forces have joined up and attacked. And I mean, I dare say it must be in the rulebook somewhere, but it does say in the rulebook that what does it say? Only 2 factions. Where would I look for this? It'd be under combat somewhere, wouldn't it? Yeah, I can't quite find what it is I was looking for there, but it definitely said, it definitely left me an impression that you could use any country's units to join up as long as they were for the same faction to attack. And there was an example in here as well, which I linked to him as well. And I said that was on page 15, but I'm looking at the rule book here myself. So that may have changed. The actual there it's there. There it is. It's on page 16 in my rulebook. Maybe that's where it was. The example starts, I don't need to read it all, it starts with German, Italian and Finnish infantry units resolve an assault against a USSR infantry unit in Leningrad. So that tells me that's an example. That's him saying that a German unit, an Italian unit and a Finnish infantry unit all attacked a Soviet unit, a USSR infantry unit. So you must be able to do it. Eh? And I didn't think there was an issue, but you did get me thinking when you mentioned that. So hopefully that's all right. He also commented on finding it strange that the Western Desert Force has left Egypt to come around here. The Alps unit has left the border at Italy. Where is it? It's down here something. It starts down here somewhere, doesn't it? It's left the border at Italy to come up here and fight, and he finds that a little strange. Well, I mean, the thing with this game is you can do things like that. You know, you can do things. I think it's meant to be like that. Okay, it doesn't want to go away from the crazy. You know, it wants to try and keep some of the historical aspects to it. And is that realistic? Well, it's not. And my reply was that I've spoke about before about the fact that this scenario only involves me now as the Axis just conquering France, and then that's it. It's only going to last another few months. Italy's not going to be involved. Egypt's not going to be involved. Nothing's going to happen down here. So if I was playing the full game right now, would I have taken the Western Desert Force away from Egypt? No, I wouldn't. Would I have moved this unit from... Well, to be honest, I might have done. Because you can see how Italy's coming along, like I spoke. And the fact that they've increased the political success markers to 3 in this, then, even if one marker goes in there, you're going to be saying, there's plenty of time. If 2 markers go in there, right, let's maybe bring a French unit back. But by that time, France could be finished, It's possible. But I mean, that's basically the reasons I've done that. And it did feel a bit gamey by bringing them around from, North Africa and up that way, from Egypt and up that way and whatever. And then he also found it strange that the Hungarians would come across and fight in France beside the Germans. Now, again, my history of the war isn't amazing. I know the basics, but surely, Italy and Germany must have fought side by side at times in certain areas, didn't they? Did that not happen down in North Africa at bits? Because Rommel ended up down there, and there was Italians down there. They fought side by side, and they were allies in the war. Is that not just kind of the same? Okay, Hungary, right. I'm going to say things I'm not sure about now. Did Hungary join the war? Did Hungary join the war and it's just the ally to the Axis? Right, I don't know. So, sounds like maybe they didn't. If I were getting comments like Hungary wouldn't come across to France. But I don't know. Why not? Why not? If they were allied with them and, Hitler says, look, we want you across there to help us out in France. I don't know. But, well, my reply to it in the game side of it was the fact that I brought the Western Desert Force round. I brought the Hungarians across to balance out a little bit. I'm just trying to do some other things, I suppose. Yeah, and just to see how it goes. And no, I would not have brought this across. I wouldn't have brought this across from there. I did sort of feel, should I be doing this? Because it's playing the game a little bit, isn't it? And maybe that's why I need to play the full game of it, so that I'm then understanding what's happening, because there's a lot of stuff goes down in the Med and North Africa and that as well, which is quite interesting, and it's a whole different fight to what this is, going by the footage that I've watched and whatever. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. And he wasn't picking on anything, he was just curious and whatever about, would these things really have happened and whatever, but I just try to explain some of it anyway. Okay, right, can we go on with the game, Grant? 15 minutes. I think that was it. So moving into July, we've set the weather, so no need to go any further than that. What's the next step? Because I can probably just squeeze a part in tonight again. Still coughing, it's still with me. I feel like today I felt like that side of it was getting a bit better, but I felt a bit, I don't know, a bit drained in that again, so I don't know. We'll get there, I dare say. Right, so we've done the weather phase. Let's say no need to roll dice. Declare war. Right, no, we're not going to declare war. And the Western faction aren't allowed to declare war on anybody. So, economy phase. Right, well, I probably don't need to go down and look at this, but I will. Right, quickly anyway. So, Germans have 14, less 1 for the factory loss, so they've got 26 in total. Hungarians have 1. We're not going to transfer any more to them. The French have 7. Now they took back Paris. Yeah, that's coming back to me now. So they took back Paris because they were down to 6. So I gave them their factory back, and I just assumed that was right. I couldn't really find any in the rules to say it, but it felt like it was right. They lose 1 when it gets taken away. They lose national will when it gets taken away. They gain national will when they get it back. So surely they gain the factory when they get it back. I might be wrong, but maybe wrong. It's possible. They generally haven't been using all their production anyway. So 7, so 14 for them. They don't have a factory loss situation. So 14 for them. And then the British have 9, but they've got 1 factory lost. So 8 is 16. There we go. Right, that's it. Oh yeah, there's a couple of blunders I made as well. Well, hang on. Yeah, well, you might as well while they're on your mind, Grant. A couple of mistakes, and I took note of them on my phone. Let me just grab my phone. These were from, I want to say part 18, maybe. No, 17. So a couple of things. Well, I'll get the first one first. I'll get the second one first. At the 1 hour and 9 minute mark and 15 seconds, I mobilised a French unit, and that's why you should always turn them over to the reduced side. And it was, I want to say it was the mobile unit. It was that one there. And I've not watched back on the latest part when I think, does this not get involved in making another attack on this? I'm not sure exactly. However, I brought this guy in full strength, and he should have come in reduced. I brought him into Dijon, so he's went from there to there. My guess is he's attacked. I just hope there's been a time where we've got to a replacement phase before he made any attack, but I'm not sure. So there is a chance that that's been a bit of a blunder, and he would have been attacking. Well, you know what? See, if he was reduced in attacking, as long as he wasn't the primary attacker, it wouldn't have mattered, would it? Because all the attacks recently were just assaults. Anyway, I'll look back on that when we get to it, but I did bring him back in full strength, and I shouldn't have. Right, and then the other one is going back to this again. Now, I marked this at the 48-minute mark, but I'm going to have to look at this again. And this is regarding the whole tank situation, when you've got tanks in an assault. And I think I've got it now, but it's took me a bit of a time to realise this. Anyway, at the 48-minute mark, and it actually mattered here, and it was the attack on the 1st Panzer unit that we got the result. It was the first time it got attacked, and I took my time making my mind up what I was going to do, and we attacked with the BEF, the 9th and the 2nd Infantry, and we played the UK tanks on the BEF, right? And I gave the combat +2 for the tank. Actually, I think it was in poor weather as well. I gave it +1 for the... then it would have worked fine. Because that's the thing. If it's in poor weather, it doesn't make a difference, this one, I don't think. But if it's in fair weather, it does. and I'll explain what I'm meaning in a second. So it must have been in fair weather. So I gave +2 for the tanks, right? So I was like +2 German. Sorry, what am I talking about? Yeah, I'm saying these are all attacking. Right. It must have been. He's moved in. He moved back, didn't he? It was the 2 French units in the BEF against the 1st Panzer. It was something like that. And anyway, we didn't use the BEF as the main attacker because he was coming across the river. Or let's say it was one of the infantry units that wasn't coming across the river. But anyway, as the extra unit, I gave +2 for tanks, and then I gave another +1 for this being an extra unit. Well, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And let's go and explain what I mean here. Right, let's write down the bottom of the table. That's thing. And I know I've went through this again, and I think I got it, but just to confirm here, because that it does make a difference in fair weather. And the reason it makes a difference is you pick your primary attacker. Generally the Germans in fair weather are going to be doing mobile attacks, but not so much the Western faction. They're a bit more restricted and whatever. They don't want to be moving about. They're just sitting tight. So they bring in an assault, and that's what happened in this one. So it was a fair weather assault. So they got +1 for being French, and they go +2 for adding air, I think, because we used the British air. Then, so that was like +3, and then there was 2 extra units, and one of the extra units was the one that brought the tanks along. And of course, I gave the +2 for tanks here. I shouldn't have done that, because the primary attacker is not a tanks unit, and it wasn't. We didn't play the tanks event on that. I think if we played the tanks on that, this is where it would have applied. So it doesn't apply there. It applies here, and the reason it gave an extra +1 because I gave the +2 there and then +1 for the additional attacker. When in actual fact it should have just been +2 for the additional attacker tank. So I gave an extra +1, and in actual fact it would have been a no effect, that combat. So I think I've got now how that works, and like I say, it doesn't matter so much in poor weather. I don't think it matters in poor weather, but it does make a difference. What you want in fair weather, you want to attack with a tank unit. You don't mind another a tank unit assisting as well in an assault. If you're having an assault, you want to attack. You want your primary attacker to be a tank, and then you want an assisting unit to be a tank as well, and that will give you an extra +1 on top of what you were getting. I think that's it anyway. Anyway, so it would have meant that the 1st Panzer, and it's when the 1st Panzer couldn't retreat because we had shut it off from retreating. So he had to take a step loss instead. So he would not have taken a step loss. Probably better that he didn't retreat, because that then means that all that happened is the Germans spent an extra 2 points, production points, that they wouldn't have needed to spend. It might have meant that turn that they could have done diplomacy that they didn't take, but that's not a big deal. Not in this scenario now. They've got their allied faction join them, the Hungarians, so that's all they need to satisfy the scenario goals, you know. Okay, but yeah, I need to watch that one in future. Right, next step in the sequence of play is Galeri. No, I'll just leave it. It's only just because I'm down this corner. Strategic combat warfare. We've no modifiers. The Germans don't have their submarines back. They're not getting it till late in the day. So no modifiers here. So let's just roll, see what. I had 2. I think they've all been very similar rolls, haven't they? So that's going to be a no effect again, which means, just the same as it's done before, that both factions would reduce their factory loss marker by 1, but they're both on 1 and they can't go lower than 1. So that's that. Strategic movement. I wouldn't have thought so. Oh, we did. Yeah, we moved the Nor unit up there, didn't we? So that can come off. And Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I'll be able to move at this turn and take Stavanger, and that secures Norway. I think. I'm saying it does. I mean, couldn't they go up right up there? Was it Trondheim? Or can they not? Ooh, how did they get through there? Surely that's go see through it. I mean, you can see it there. Yeah, that's Season 3 in total, isn't it? So surely I can appear there. Well, that looks like it's in Season 3, is it? Or is it? Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. I mean, couldn't they just land in there? And is there not another place further up? Yeah, Narvik, way up even further. I mean, landing away up there might not be so useful, right enough. But I mean, that one's not that far away. In fact, if this wasn't taken, they could land there and move straight into it, I think, in one go, if we didn't have Oslo. But so, I don't know. It's probably why, it's a 2-player game, and what I probably should do is play somebody and watch them do these moves and show me how it, and then me go, that's why that happened, and that's why I shouldn't have done that. I'm just not a 2-player gamer, unfortunately. It's a shame, but I'm trying to battle my way through this, and it's working. It's working for me. I mean, this scenario is, my worry is, I've realised that when I started it, is it's pretty one-sided. It's pretty easily solo a ball, isn't it? Although we've had some issues, we've had some thinking to do. The whole time playing the British tanks game that last time was quite fun, but yeah, it was stuck in my head, and I just had to go with what I felt was a better thing for everybody concerned, really. So anyway, right, let's go on, Grant. Let's go on. So it's no strategic movement. No, let's not bother with that. So operations, right? Oh dear, the map again. Right, what's happening? Right, okay. Right, so Paris got taken again, didn't it? Is that there? Yes. And yeah, I mean, the Panzers are just outside, but an extra +1 coming up. Well, -1 coming across the river, where the infantry is not. And this guy down here is now surrounded, no retreat, but we moved him there to get him into supply. But I mean, he's going to be able to bash his way out of here, you would think. Right, what's the air situation though? Yeah, it's a bit grim, isn't it? And if I want to take out the 2 French air units again, then it's going to cost me... I thought I'd made a mistake that last time when I took out the air, because I didn't roll the dice, and I'm thinking, Grant, wait, remember you got a +2. But then I remember myself saying later on in the video, a wee bit later on after that, they all got a -2 in the poor weather. So my +2 and my -2 still left me at -4. The best result I could roll was at a 2 on the dice. Like to get a total of a 2, and the French were going to end up with a 1. So a 2 and a 1 is going to be a no effect. So there's no way that we could have got a +2 because of the weather. But I was like, oh, you've made a blunder there. But then I remembered the weather. But this time, however, we could hit them and maybe get a +2, and then we're saving ourselves a sortie, because we'll get 1, they'll get 2. So I think we should do that, and then we might end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 sorties available. Bearing in mind that if we do go for the Brit, he's in. Yeah, that's why I put him in Paris, didn't I? Knowing that they were going to get air support, and I can't take out the British here because Well, he's only got 1 sortie. And he's got 4, so I'm not winning that fight. Plus, I think they get a +1 for British Air, don't they? Air Naval Combat. Yeah, UK or USA Air Unit, they get +1. So the French weren't getting. The French don't get that, so it's an extra +1 we're up against there. But then again, you're going to have to go for the BEF. You're going to have to try and take Paris back. Right, so and I think it's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this one's the only one that can reach this. And we want to use that one on that. Because that doesn't reach Paris, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it doesn't. This one will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it reaches Paris. Okay, so I'm going to have an airstrike from this unit on this unit. Okay, so the Germans get +2 for being German. Right, hang on, sorry. The French get nothing. This is an air battle. But they both got -4 sorties. But the Germans get +2. So the Germans are on -2. And the French are on -4. So it doesn't really matter about what I roll on the blue dice. I want a high number on the grey dice. And then we might get 2 sorties from them. Okay? So here we go. Well, that's perfect, isn't it? Mind you, a 6. That might not take them right down. Well, 6, it's -4. I think it's alright. That's down to 2. And we're 6 -2, so we're on 4. Yeah, it is a DR2. I don't know if double 6 I've rolled. Honestly, I rolled a lot of double 6s. Some of the games I just practicing before I actually started recording as well. Quite a few. That's right. And they rolled a 6 with a -4 sorties is 2. And we rolled a 6 with a -4 sorties but a +2 for being German is 4. So it is a DR +2. So good. That's what we wanted. And we'll want that with the other one as well. Because that means they take 2 sorties. And we take 1. We being the Germans. That's this guy here, isn't it? Again, I'm not 100% sure that this is the best way to do this. So it's how I feel. I'd rather not have them having any air support and messing about with my better numbers, you know. So he only took 1 sortie there. And he took 2, so he could at least get involved in something else. Maybe the attack on this, possibly. Right, and then, what did they say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it has to be this guy that attacks him. So it's exactly the same. We're going to do that. I'm going to do another airstrike. So again, it's -4 for the German, -4 for the French, -2 for the Germans. So we just need, again, looking for a big grey dice. And there you go, that's perfect. So 6 -2 is 4, but 3 -4 is down to 1, so it's a DR +2. So that worked perfectly for them. For them, or for us, or for whatever. So a 6 down here. So that's the French here wiped out again. And a 5 on this guy, wasn't it? So that does allow me to have 1, 2, 3, 4 sorties in total. I mean, I know some of them are going to be met with opposition from the British, but yeah, I'm going to have to be careful with that as well, because he's only got 1 sortie. because there is a chance they might prevent us from having air support, isn't there, if he uses him. Can this one reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It can reach Paris as well, so it'd be better going with that one. But we're at a -4 to a -1. Well, we get a +2, he gets a +1. Might balance it a little bit. Right, well, yeah, I feel like going with the Panzers though, even though they're coming across the river. Well, I don't know, maybe you should just go in with infantry first. It's +2 for the infantry, and it's going to be +3 for the Panzer because it's coming across the river. Well, and you're in the city mine, so it's a +1. That's a +2. And then you've got your air. They do have a tanks event as well, so that could well come into this battle as well, couldn't it? Yeah, this is going to be tough actually, I think. Yeah, I was just checking, it's 4 movement to make the attack as well, so he's only going to get 2 shots at it, because he's coming across the river. It would be 3 for him to do it. They're only going to get 2 attacks as well then, aren't they? Oh, right, okay, I'm going to go with the Panzer then. So we're going to activate the first Panzer. That's 2 points, down to 25. 24, sorry. And he's going to start with 10 movement points, and he's going to spend 2 for the city, 1 for the river, and 1 for the actual attack in fair weather. So it's 4. So it takes him down to 6 points left. And we are the Germans are going to come at, and the Western faction are going to come at. All the Germans can come at as air support, so they are going to come at air support. The British are going to come at air support as well. So this guy's going to fly the sortie for the Germans, this guy's going to fly the sortie for the British. Do the British want to chuck in the tanks as well? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, but that might be wrong. I'm going to look at the numbers first. Right, +2 for German, +2 for tanks, +2 for air support. That's 6. -1 for coming across the river, -1. -1 for attacking the city. So they've got 4. And that's the best that they can get. And we've not worked out, I mean, there is a chance that air support might fail, but I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case. So they're going to get a 4. Now, the British defending there, we get +1 for being British, and +2 for air support. So, I mean, they're sitting with a 3 against a 4 right away. I mean, if they put the tanks in, tell you what, maybe they should. And then maybe get a stop result. Again, I don't know. I think maybe yes, they will then. Let's do it. I mean, I suppose it gets out of the way for me as well. Well, the French still going to have their tanks, but... Right, so the British do put in their tanks. That's Paris. They don't, you know. And if they get a stop, if they were to push it and maybe get a stop result, then that means that German panzer can attack the second time, you know. And if it does attack the second time, they can still apply air, and it'll be a 4 against 3 again. Okay, so we've got to fight the air war first, though. So this is 4 sorties against 1 sortie. As the Germans that are attacking. So +2 for being German, -4 for the sorties. So they're sitting at -2. Actually, can I not use my daft dice for this one? Because they're going to be... So Germans are at -2. The British have got +1 for being British, -1 for their sorties. So they're at a nothing. Is that right? Yeah. So it's a -2 for the grey dice and a nothing for the blue dice. There we go. Well, that was probably the result the Germans wanted, wasn't it? 3 minus 2 is 1 and 1, so it's no effect, which means they each take a sortie. And they each are allowed to participate in the air support, ground support, air support, yeah. That was that one I used now. So that's us all at 5s now. Which isn't great when, well, yeah, because I might need to do that again, depending on how we go on here. Okay, so we do both have air support, so it is going to be, as I said, a +4, but a +5 for the British, because they've put the tanks in. So let's see if that was a good move or not. Here we go. Oh, it might have been. I reckon that might stop them. I reckon that might stop them. So 4 plus 2 is 6. 5 plus 5 is 10. It is indeed. Yeah. Yes. And just to check there, if they hadn't used the tanks, it would have been no effect. So it was worth it, maybe. Well, it did. It stopped the other attack. Because now he is... That panzer's finished. The other 6 movement points that he had are done. The tanks goes away. Done its time. Comes back in August next month. And that, it's finished its activation. So, yeah, I think that was good. I mean, okay, we've still got infantry units adjacent to France to go with. Which we are going to do, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to activate the 4th German infantry for 1. And he's going to attack as well. Now, hold on. He's got 8 points. And it costs him 1, 2 for the enemy sitting, 1 to attack and farewell. So he attacks for 3. So he's down to 5. So he'll only get 1 more attack with us as well. Yeah, we have to commit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this guy's gonna fire support, and this actually. No, I think they should use this guy because there is a chance that we could stop the air support from that. Yeah. Yeah, so I will use that guy. So we'll do the air war. The Germans this time are going to be a +2 and -5. So that's -3. Yeah, I'm going to need minus dice for both of them this time. So I'll just use... So it's -3 for the Germans, and it's -1, because the British get +1, and a -2 for the sorties. A +1, a -1 for the British. -3 to -1. Right, let's see what we got. Yeah, too samey again, I think. So 4 minus 3 is a 1. 3 minus 1 is a 2. You can see though, only needed one more. Actually that would only have been 2 sorties, wouldn't it? I don't think that stops the actual air. Yeah, so it was a no effect again, which means a sort each. Yeah, again. So let me sort that. As me put them on, he's up to 3 now and he's maxed out. They are both able to provide support though. So what we got this time? +2 for German, +2 for air is 4, -1 for the city, so it's a +3. No river this time. And then the British are +1 for German, +2 for air support. There's a +3 as well. Yuck. Yeah, that was a big downer. Not just them taking back Paris, but taking it back with the British unit. That's what's messed things up here. Yeah, that could be our downfall. So a +3 to a +3. Here we go. Don't think that's going to be anything. So 7 and 8. There's no effect. I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall now. We've got 5 movement left. Yeah, starting to wonder if we should maybe have tried this one assault. We did have 3 units round about it. That's mean I'm going to go in the same. It's going to be +3 to +3, and really I've got to roll. I mean, what do we need to? We only need a retreat, okay, but so what if we roll a 6? It's a 9. I need to get that wee thing that guy's made, and that will probably just overlay it, and it'll show me exactly. It'll show me the range, yeah, because the range is going to be between 4 and 9, isn't it? Because obviously a 1 to a 6, and their range is going to be between a 4 and a 9 as well. So yeah, it's going to be in here to here, isn't it? That's where the wee bit will show you, and that'll show you the results. I don't know, I mean, if he rolls a 3, let's just say 3 out of 6, so he ends up on 6, what do I need? I need the full 9. Yeah, so even I'm rolling a 3, I need a 6. And if he rolls more than a 3, it doesn't matter what I roll. If he rolls a 2, I can get away with a 5. And then obviously a 1, I can get away with a... Actually, if he rolls a 1, I can get away with a 3. So yeah, I need him to roll a 1, 2, or 3, and we need to roll accordingly. Yeah, just seeing there that if we'd done the assault, what did we have? Did we not have an extra +1 the first time? Did we not have +4? Because it was +2 German, +2 tank, +2 air, 6, -2, yeah, 4, 5, 6. So we could have been rolling, that first die roll could have been a +6 to a +3 if we had done an assault. Yeah, there's a guy got a lot of videos out there. They were a wee bit heavy for me. Robert, maybe, I think. He's got some instructional stuff about how you work out all these numbers. I did watch it and I thought, yeah, okay. I think I prefer the bit that goes over, the guy goes over and covers it over and shows me the numbers rather than try to work them out. Okay, they're probably not difficult sums for most, but it looked a bit too much for me. But he also goes over probabilities, carrying out these attacks, if you should do an assault or if you should do a mobile attack, and working out he's got ways of working that one out as well. It was a bit too heavy for me, I think, but I suppose if you want to play this game seriously and get the best results out of it, it's useful. But looking at there, where I've had a few die rolls against this, but they're matching the die rolls, whereas we would go a +6 to a +3. Okay, we would have got one shot at it, but I'm starting to think that would have been the better play. Okay, right, well, I have to do something with this guy, so we're going to spend another 3 and do it again. He's got 2 points left. Oh, this is going to be a last chance at air here as well, Grant. Yeah, I've kind of got to go for it then, haven't I? Okay, so, because this doesn't reach to Paris. Yeah, I feel like this has been silly. I should have just used the assault. I should have realised that things have tightened up a bit, and if it had been the French unit, it had been in there, fair enough, but no. Not with them getting the air support. Right, okay, I'm going to fly a sortie with this guy, and he's going to... could he stop me with that? I don't think he can stop me with that now, so he's going to use this guy, I think, and keep that. Mind you, what's he keeping it for? Well, yeah, keep it at 4 so it can refresh it to 1. So yeah, he's going to fly with this one this time, I think. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Is there any point in rolling dice here? Germans are on a -3. British are on a -3 as well. Is that right? Yeah. If I did do the other one, he would be on a -2. I don't think they've got to get an AA result to stop me from participating, isn't that? It's going to be on the other side of this, I think. Yeah, it's AA needs. Defender receives air support, ground combat DRM, attacker does not. He's not going to be able to get an AA result. I think that's too much to ask for. So yeah, we'll use the one before sorties on it. And so these are -3 to -3. And I'll roll these just in case. I don't even know if we can do into the British one. We've got a 6 and a 1, maybe. There's a 5 and a 2. Maybe. Maybe. No, because 5 minus 3 is 2. Yeah, I needed the 6. And 3 minus 2 is 1. Yeah, I needed a 6 and a 6 against a 2 and I would have got them. So it was possible. Right, so that's one sort each. And they both get to fly the air support. Right, let me put counters on them. Right, okay, that one's got 5 now, and that one's got 6 as well, maxed out. So they're both providing air support though. Okay, so what do we get again? I think it's that, isn't it? I think it's a +3 to +3, isn't it? +2 for German, +2 for air support, -1 for the city. Yes. +1 for British, +2 for air support. Yeah. Okay, so what did I say I needed? I want him. Yeah, he needs to get a 2 or a 1. If he gets more than a 3, I know we're not getting in it. Here we go. Got the 1. Look. Actually, is that possible? Is that maybe? No, I don't think so. So 4 and a 5. No. Oh, only needed 1 more. A 3 would have been fine. 3 would have done it for me. Damn. Right, so no effect again. And that's his last attack. And that's the last air support we're getting on an attack in Paris anyway. So yeah, he can't do any more, so he's done. Yeah, should have been an assault grant. That's something to learn again, I think. If it had been the French unit, by all means, keep battering it, because they didn't have air support. British unit, different story. Right, well, we do have the 6th Infantry as well here that's adjacent. We are not going to get air support, so we're going to be on a +1 attacking. And yeah, they're going to fly. They're going to fly their support, so it's like a 1 to a 3, isn't it? 1. Yeah, and the only way of getting a result there is if he rolls a 1 and we roll a 6. So that's rubbish. I'm not going for the odds. So I'm better just leaving the British alone. And I should have realised. That. Oh, you get to see it, I suppose. That's how it works. Right, I've managed to stretch things up to 56 minutes there, so I don't want to just stop there though. I want to have a little bit more, because I think this is going to be all I can do tonight. So, right, give me a sec, I need a little break. Right, I think what we need to try and do here is get rid of this guy. Now that comes up through Calais. Well, you need to take Calais as well. This is just an area that's in there, so that would just get rebased if we... Well, it's not rebased, it's something else, isn't it? It's got to rebase. I think there's maybe a different term for it, but... and this would then allow us to travel supply, because I'm thinking if I can take this guy out, we can get this surrounded. Does that really... do amazing things for you, Grant? Right, I'm gonna... Now, hang on, I was going to go for that guy first. Why am I now changing my tune to that? Because... Right, I'm going to activate the 9th Infantry, and he's going to attack here, just into a clear hex. So starts with 8 movement. It's going to cost him 2. That's the wrong dice. Going to cost him 2 to make the attack. There's nothing. Well, actually, the French have tanks, don't they? The French do have tanks. I'm not so sure they want to use it. Well, maybe they do though, because my thinking is here, if I can retreat that guy, he can't retreat into Calais. However, if I can retreat him, mind you, then I don't advance after combat, I can move into Calais. What you might actually want to do first is maybe make an attack on that if you do get a result. Actually, I think they will chuck their tanks in there. Then I don't know. Do they keep it for down here maybe when the 2nd Panzer are more than likely going to have a go at that? This does look rather important as well though, because it means I can break through into Calais. And that, yeah, I'm gonna say that that's important enough for them. Whether it's the most important one, I don't know, but so they're gonna play their tanks. We're attacking, so they're going to end up with a better. And you never know, they might stop us with us, to be honest, because I've got 6 movement left. And if I get a no effect, then I've got 3 more attacks I can make. So we are +2 for being German. That's all we're getting. It's infantry, remember. And they are +1 for French and +2 for tanks. I mean, okay, it's only an extra +1, but you never know if they get the desired result. Right, here we go. No, probably a no effect, but so 6 to an 8. Ooh, I'll tell you what, it was close. Yeah, if I'd rolled 1 less, they were stopping me. 6 to an 8 is a no effect then. Yeah, so that was good for the Germans, I think. So now I'm going to knock that down to a 1 because that's going to be the next combat. So I'm going to spend, I'm not going to jump back up, I'm just going to spend 2 more points. Take that down to 4. I'm going to move the tanks marker away on to the next turn. August as well. And so this time we've got +2 for being German and the French just have +1 for being French. Okay, here we go. That's a good one for the French. So a 6 to a 5 is probably going to be another no effect. It is indeed. Right, I've got 4 movement left, so I'm going to spend 2 more and do it again. Same again, same odds. No, it's not cutting it, I don't. Well, maybe that's a 5 to a 3. That is a retreat. Who would have thought? You would have thought that was. That's right though, isn't it? It was +1 for French, so they're on 3. We were +2 for German. Yeah, we just that extra 2 points. So it's a 5 to a 3, so it is a retreat this time. Now he's got 2 movement left. Oh, is that enough? No, he's crossing the river. Damn it! I forgot about. I was thinking we'd just be able to stroll in and. But so he's got to retreat, so he can retreat into Le Havre or that hex there. I think Le Havre's better, isn't it? There's no ground unit in there, mind. There's the convoy's in there, and you know what? We'll maybe just sneak that convoy into there. Hopefully, we'll know that one's in there and that one's in the. Well, that one's in there, so that one can be in there. So he retreats, and I've only got 2 movement left, and it's going to cost 3 because we're crossing the river. Grr. Well, surely somebody else can come and move in there, Grant, no? I think. Well, you could advance after combat into there, but no, I don't think that's wise. I think I should have an attack at this. I'm allowed to do that. I've got 2 movement left. I'm going to refuse to advance after combat and attack after on this, and then I would maybe advance into there. Then surely, like this, yeah, this second infantry could just come down and into Calais, and then that shuts off this guy. This guy's then isolated. Okay, so I don't advance after combat. I use my last 2 movement to attack this guy here. And if you advanced into there, Grant, is it an issue? Well, no, if we know we're going to take Calais and knock this guy out. Because that's where the transport route goes. It comes down, then goes into Paris. So yeah, we're not getting into Paris. Not this turn. You go a bit more clever the next turn, Grant. Just do the 1 assault on it, I think. Yeah, I mean, if you do advance down into there and do not take that guy out, though, this guy's going to be out of supplies, you know. 1, 2. No, maybe not. If we put something in here, which we might be able to do, so that's fine. Anyway, we've only got 1 shot at this guy, so It might not come to anything anyway. So we're +2 for German, and they're +1 for French. So it's just the same odds there. And yeah, and we're only getting one shot at this. Right, okay, here we go. 6-5. Well, that worked the last time, wasn't it? Well, maybe the numbers when they go further up. So it's an 8 to a 6. Yeah, see, that misses. Damn it. Whereas we got, what was it, a 3 and a 2, which gave me a 5 to a 3, and that got a hit. That one's just missing. Must just be the way that it works out. Some of them are going to be clearly just, you'll just miss that one off. 6 to an 8. Yeah, it's definitely not working, Grant. So that one stands strong, and that guy's finished now his activation. Oh, I can't do what I said. I can't move him down into there and into there. Oh no. Right, well, we'll just need to take the 7th Infantry out now. Then now he's not going to be isolated. Oh, damn it. Yeah, because I'm forgetting this guy's still here. If he had got shoved back, yes, we would have been able to move into there, but I can't move into there while he's still there. Right, and so I've got to remember, I was looking at this again, I can't attack with this guy first, because, well, I don't want to attack with him because then he can retreat. If I attack with this guy, he cannot retreat because he needs to move 1 hex further away. So we're activating this. Am I ready to doing this yet? I think so. Activating the 2nd Infantry now for 1 more production. Down to 21. Okay, so he activates for 8 movement and uses 2 straight away to attack the 7th French Infantry just on the coast here. It's in a clear hex. He's not, unfortunately, isolated, so it's just going to be the same high odds. +2 for being German, +1 for being French. We are going to get 4 shots at it, right? So, right, here we go. That's not going to work. Let's hope it's not stopping me. 6-5. No. It's not far away for it though. It was close. Right, I'm going to spend 2 more points. We're down to 4 points. We're going to attack again. Same odds. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's a 2 and a 1 would have been fine. So that's 2 to him and 3 to me. Whereas a 2 and a 1, I would have got him. Right, spend 2 more. Come on. Oh. I bet a 3 and a 2 would have worked. Yeah, did we not have that before? Well, that's 5 and a 4. It's just missing. Ah. Right, we're going to use the last 2 points. Oh. Are we? Yeah, we don't have a choice, really. Right, here we go. Oh, come on. I know I'm sounding like I'm all for the Germans winning this, haven't I? But it's just because they're wanting to do things. The other ones are just wanting to defend. Right, so nothing. 4 attacks and still no result. So, oh, whoops, your fault. Okay. Right, so you still have the 6th Infantry, but then he has a retreat now. And Ikali, that's just wrong. Well, yeah, you don't really need. In fact, I don't even think I want to attack it now. You know what I should have done with the last 2 movement points? Oh no, I couldn't do that, could I? I can't just move away from him, can I? I've either got to attack or end my activation. Yeah, I was going to say move away and then let that guy come in, but I can't. I'm not allowed to do that. That's quite clever that they don't let you do that. Actually, you could see you could mess about with things a bit more if you were allowed to do that. Right. Well, I don't think I should use that 6th Infantry unit to attack him. Well, I don't know. Why not, Grant? I mean, he only gets a +1 for the city. Yeah, my dice rolling's terrible though. Oh, it's a -1 to us for the city. But that basically takes us down to 1 + 1, doesn't it? Oh, wait a minute. No. That's not reaching, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's reaching to there. I could have had air support. And it's not reaching to there then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, at least I know I can use it down here when the 2nd Panzer probably attacks there. So if I attack with him into there, I've got 6 movement left. Let's just say we hit him with the first he retreats. I'm then attacking into there for 1, 2, 3, am I? Yeah, so you would get 2 more attacks at it, but the odds would be poorer. Oh, you know what else I'm going to do with that guy? Let's just do it. Right, okay. It's turning into a bit of disaster anyway. So he's going to attack him. It's the same thing. We're going to start with 8 points. We're going to spend 2 to make the attack into the clear hex. He's not isolated. This time he does have a retreat option because of the way things work. Okay, so the same dice as they are, +2 for German. I mean, yes, I could chuck that sortie in here, but no, I'm not going to. Hopefully we get lucky with this die roll and then I can get a couple of shots at him in Calais. And remember, when he's in Calais, he's not got a retreat. In fact, he is isolated. Ooh. He's going to be isolated, Grant, if you can get him into Calais. See, I didn't think about that. Yeah, so he is, isn't he? Because if he retreats, and he does have a retreat option, once he's in there, he's not got a friendly adjacent, or he's not got a city adjacent. And it specifically says that in the rules, they can be in a city and still be isolated. Oh, excuse me. I'll try to pause there. Right, let's go on now. Okay, right, let's get this one with this first one, and then we're going to get 2 good attacks on him. Well, even if I get 2 shots, maybe I should use the air then. Because, well, no. So I thought we were going to be 1-1 on the attack on the city, but then knowing he's isolated, he's going to get a minus. What does he get? It's a -2. Well, this is huge. No, let's try it without the air. Come on, we're due a result. Here we go. That's a 6 to a 7. That's a no effect. That's a... Right, let's do it again. So that means I'm only going to get 1 attack in the city now. Down to 4 movement. Thinking about the air again. I should probably take it. Remember, this is Panzers, Grant. This is Panzers. You're making no headway this turn at all. You're making no progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mind you, he would have a supporting. He would be able to fire the sortie on the attack in Dijon, which is probably where this guy's going to retreat to. Yeah, okay. I'm going to stick with it. We've spent our 2. And yeah, I mean we could. Yeah, okay. So the odds are still the same. Come on. Yes! Surely that's it. So 3 to them and 6 to us. Right, I've said it. Us. So it is a defender retreat. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, well he's still got 4 points left, so he can retreat. His only retreat is into Calais. I'm just going to put it on top of the air unit. We have the option to advance after combat, which we've got to take, haven't we? Yes, because we've got 4 points left. We're only going to get 1 attack, though. But remember, he's going to be isolated. If I don't advance or anybody else, these are garrisons. I'm not sending them in. Yeah, I mean, the other things are too far away. Yeah, we advance after combat. And then we attack into Calais. That costs 2 for the city, 1 for the attack. Puts me down to 1 point. There's nothing that can be committed. However, they are... Honestly, did we get a plus... Oh, it's a +2 we get. Sorry, I'm thinking the other one. I thought it was the other way about. It's -2 for them if they're reduced. It's +2 for attacking an isolated defender. So it's not in a fort on an island, so that, and it says defender has no eligible retreat hex and it is not adjacent to friendly city, fort or ground unit. And you can see that's what he has. Even though he's in a city, he can't retreat to the yard because that's in that zone of control, and he's no other retreat, and he's not adjacent to a friendly city or ground unit. So we are going to get that +2. That's even better, giving us a +2 than a minus. Does that matter? Yeah, I think it does. I think it's better to get the pluses. So +2 for German, and then we're getting the -1, mind. +2 for German, +2 for isolated, -1 for attacking a city. And he still gets +1. Yeah, that suddenly doesn't feel as good. Would you have preferred that? No, because if I was only getting a +2, I would only be getting a +1 because I'm attacking the city, and then he would be getting a -1. It probably is better that way, isn't it? Right, so it's a +3 to a +1. And, well, to be honest, yeah, I mean, he's not going to retreat, but I'd like to reduce some, but then we've nothing else to throw at him. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that kind of blundered about there a bit. I don't think that's great, is it? We might squeeze a retreat. I don't think we're going to. That's 6 to 5, isn't it? No, it's a whole lot of nothing. And now the French can probably, well, not now, but could they probably get some friendly unit into here? Well, did they not retreat somebody? No. Yeah, they did. I didn't advance after combat, did I? Why? Well, I think I might have been getting myself into supply issues, but Now in the Western factions move, this guy can move back into this hex, giving him a bit of protection. Oh man, it's a mess. This hasn't gone well for the Axis at all here. That's him done. Right, this is going on a little long now. I know there's not an awful lot more I've probably got to do, but there is a little bit. We do have the second Panzer, this first infantry, and some things to think about here. So, and I'm a bit pushed for time. It's went on a wee bit longer than I thought. Probably because I spent 30 minutes at the beginning before we'd done anything, just blathering about things. Anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to stop the video there, and I know it's right in the middle of things, but I can see that I've not activated all my units, so I know that it's still the German operations phase, and I can always go and look at the video if I want to. It's a shame to leave it there, but it is getting on a bit as well, and I'm still up early again tomorrow. Okay, I'll be back with the next part sometime soon. Cheers.